Okay, everybody, hello. For Algebra 1 here, we've got to do a lot of quiz correcting. So I'm looking at all the scores of the quizzes that people have turned in on Friday, and right now it's looking like problems number 1, number 2, number 6, number 8, and number 9 we had the most trouble with. So we're going to do an example of each of those. You watch this video, you answer the questions, you take the notes, and you turn it in. You will get quiz corrections points, and that'll help your quiz grade out a lot. So let's dive into it. We're looking at number 1 here. We have this dot plot. Looks like we have a bunch of 80s, a lot of 85s, 90s, 95s, 100, and then a 105. That's 16 dots, which correspond to 16 courses at a community college. A new course started and has 65 enrolled students. So this new dot, 65, is going to go all the way down here. Consider the effect of this new course on the rest of our data. So it says the median class size does not change. Well, right now, it was 16 dots, right? Median is the middle. So what's half of 16? It's 8. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, my median is in between these two right there. My median is 85 because those are all the same number. They're all 85. If I add 65 to it, all that would do is make it where I have to count one more on this side. So at that point, my median would be exactly that X right there, which is still 85. So the class size does not change. It's true. The next one, the new course size is an outlier. This one's going to take a little bit more work because we have to find that IQR and then multiply it by 1.5. So if I'm looking for the Q1 and Q3s, well, I'm trying to cut everything into quarters, right? So I could count basically fours, and there's my fourth at 80. Like we said, our median was right in the middle at that 85, and another 4 is like 90. So 90 minus 80, we get 10. 10 times 1.5 is 15. So I take my Q1, which is 80, subtract 15, I get 65. Oh, that's exactly my point. So since my Q1, subtract the 1.5 times IQR, since that equaled 65, this is not an outlier. It still falls within the range of data. So part B would be false. The range increases by 40. Well, let's look at what the range was originally. We had 105, and then we have 80. 105 minus 80 gets us 25. If it increases by 40, my range would now be 65, right? And that's where it's a little tricky because 65 is our number. But if we plug a 65 into here, what's 105 minus 65? It's 40. Is 40 more than 25? The answer is no. So for number 1, true, false, false. Now for number 2, looking at a histogram this time, it's a histogram of tomato plants. It says here Susan has 11 plants. Well, just tally up all of the tomato plants from the histogram. Frequency tells you how many there are. So from 4 to 6, there's 5 of them. From 7 to 9, there's 4 of them. 10 to 12, there's 4 of them. 13 to 15, there's 2 of them. So 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2. 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 4 is 13, plus 2 is 15. Does she have 11? She has more than 11. She has 15. Susan has the same number of plants that are 7 to 9 inches high as plants that are 10 to 12 inches high. Well, that's perfect with histograms because all we have to do is look at the bars. 7 to 9, 10 to 12. My two middle bars, they're exactly the same, so easy points right there. Our last one, the median height of the plants could be about 11 inches. Median's in the middle. We have 5 here, 4 there. That makes 9 of our 15. So this is already half or more than half. So our median should fall somewhere in between these two. Is 11 in between that range? No. So for number 2, we should have false, true, false. Let's go to number 6. For number 6, we needed to find the median on this one. So for this one, we have to first put them in order. Let's see here. I have 31, 24, 19, 35, 17, 26, 35, and 9. Well, 9's the smallest. So I could cross that one out. And then looks like I have 17, then a 19, then I had a 24, a 26, a 31, and 2 35s. So there's my new list. Just put them in order. And I still have the same 8 numbers from our original problem. Since there's 8 numbers, let's cut this thing in half, which means I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 as my median. Notice that's 2 numbers in the middle. It's our 24, and our 26. So we want in between those 2 numbers. You could take them, add them together, divided by 2, or you could just look at the 2 numbers, 24 and 26. What's halfway between 24 and 26? 25. So for number 6, our median was 25. Your numbers are probably going to be different. Let's get to number 8. This is our box plot problems. And clearly we didn't fully understand box plots because I was hoping these would be like easy money points for us. But you're looking at first quartile, and then number 9, you're looking at third quartile. Well, you're just looking at the edges of your box. If you're the first quartile, you're the leftmost edge. So this edge is halfway between 16 and 18. What's halfway between 16 and 18? Well, what's the number between 16 and 18? 17. And then for number 9, we're looking for the third quartile. So we're looking at the outer edge, the right edge of the box. And that one's straight onto the number. That one's 41. Quartiles, lines of our boxes. So we have first quartile, technically second quartile, the median, and then third quartile given from the box. Same thing on number 8. First quartile, second quartile, median, and then third quartile. There are the 5 biggest problems that we missed on this quiz, guys. Get them down. Really, this is like all the time we're going to spend on it is just today, and you're asynchronous, so it's just this video. Get this video done. I'll put a much higher score in the gradebook for you on that quiz, and that way your grade doesn't drop too much. All right, thanks. See you.